Today, I'm gonna try making a game in 1 hour using Godot. Yeah, actually, every week I come here and live stream myself doing this, which means if you come to one of these live streams, then you can join in as well. The info and the links are in the description box with rules and how to submit your game and all of that. Let me know if you have any questions, but just stick around to the end so you can see how my game turned out. Yeah, I feel pretty confident. I feel pretty confident today. I think it's gonna be all right. Let's check in with the live chat though and see if we can pick a topic idea. Can I don't know. Can I be on screen? Maybe. Topic idea yo-yo. So I'm gonna spin this wheel, by the way. We're gonna put all of the suggestions up here and then spin it, and whichever one it lands on is what we're gonna jam about today. Surviving history, loneliness, dangerous wilds, shomp to drop, forest. Okay, I could maybe get down with forest. Tycoon, right? Okay, oh man, all right. Oh man, I'm so stressed about that one. All right, this is it. This is what we're going with. I'm gonna spin this wheel. It's gonna spin fast. It is gonna spin fast, but that's okay. What will we get? Yo-yo! It's yo-yo! We're doing a yo-yo today. That was it. That's what that was. That was a yo. Anyway, yo-yo is the topic, y'all. It is what it is. Yes, Rappa the Rappa, exactly. So before I get started on my entry, I want to tell you guys about the humble bundles that are happening right now, because there's actually like a cool one. There's actually like there's a few cool ones. There's a few cool ones. So for this game jam, you can make your own assets, or you can use assets that you have purchased or gotten elsewhere. I have a couple asset packs on Humble Bundle. The cool thing about Humble Bundles is you can support this channel right here, this game jam. You can help this game jam survive by using the links in the description box to buy these things that you might already be buying for your game dev needs. So I'll tell you about the assets in a second. Right now, there is this game engine that they have on Humble Bundle. 001 Game Creator is what this engine is called. Comes with some like kits that help you make games, so help you make a visual novel. It's got characters, it's got like dialogue trees, so you can have different pathways that the story can go. There's a step dungeon maze kit, like faux 3D and stuff, very retro, kind of a cool thing. And then it also comes with the point and click adventure kit as well. And it comes with tutorials and all kinds of stuff. So this is kind of an old school game engine. Like this game engine came out in like a long time ago, like 2000s. So it's an old one, but if you're interested in trying out different game engines, this might be a cool one that you want to look into. It's kind of like RPG Maker would be the best way to describe it. So yeah, so you're gonna get a great discount on this. You actually only need to use the $10 version and you'll get the game engine and a bunch of like documentation that will help you like design your game better. But for $15, you'll get all that stuff I talked about. And then when you go to purchase it, make sure you adjust that donation. And if you do it for Hyper Game Dev, that means you'll support this channel a little more. And there's also some charity donations you can give. Spread it out how you want. Whatever you can give to Hyper Game Dev, I appreciate it. Now, if you want some extra assets for your games, there's this cool RPG adventure pack that they have, and it comes with sprites, locations, icons, all kinds of different stuff. They're 2D assets, so if you're into more 2D game development or you like doing that, look at all. Ugh, dude, this is ridiculous. There's so much in here. It's so many good things. And this is a really, really good value, right? Like you're saving a ton of money here. For 20 bucks, you'll get all of this stuff. You can have it to use in your projects, prototyping. Again, remember to hit that adjust donations so that way you can support Hyper Game Dev a little bit more. Thank you if you're willing to do that. And then finally, there is a 3D low poly game dev bundle. And this is for my 3D game developers out there. Or maybe you do both 2D and 3D. That's cool too. You've got locations, you've got objects, you've got some horror stuff, futuristic stuff, A lot of variety in here, something for everybody. Check it out if you're interested. That one's about 25 bucks and you'll get everything. Again, you pay a little less. You'll still get some things. And remember, adjust that donation. Thank you guys for supporting Hyper Game Dev. Links are in the description box. And that's the Humble Bundle story right now. So a yo-yo would be something that moves up and down. So what is the thing that's moving? Is it the player? Or is it something in the environment? I guess to me, it's more interesting to do something in the environment. Maybe it's like an obstacle situation, like you have to like get through things and there's stuff moving, you know, and like you, the player, have to like travel through and stuff might like bump into you. I like that, just like a race game, just get to the end and avoid the things that are moving back and forth. Now, if I wanted to make it more interesting, we could have some way the player could like control that. Yeah, I don't know. I think I just want to keep it simple. I'm just gonna say, let's make an obstacle course with a bunch of stuff that moves up and down, and the player has to get to the end. So somehow bumping into those things either has to hurt you or like slow you down or whatever. I kind of like the idea of it not hurting you and it just slowing you down. So yeah, let's give that a shot. So for that, I'm gonna pull into my template and I'm gonna paste in some things here. So I've got a ground already made. I've got a player character that is a T-pose, little T-pose person I made in Blender. And then we got a ground and things. So just kind of something already set up. Now I'm gonna add a. Oh right, I kind of want. Let's make a new thing. I'm gonna add a mesh, or maybe I'll do a rigid body. Let's make a rigid, no, I'm gonna do a static body, because I feel like it's gonna be more complicated. A rigid body means that it would like have all of this sort of, you know, physics to it, and I think we don't need that. I think that's overscoping a bit. So I'm gonna say this is our first yo-yo, and then in my static body, I'm gonna add a mesh instance. I mean, I guess we can go with the yo-yo spirit a little bit. I feel like a torus makes the most sense, right? That's like what a yo-yo looks like, is a torus. But can I make this torus actually give yo-yo? I don't know. I don't know, but I'll try. Okay. Let's see if I can. Oh yeah, because we can just bring the radius in. No ideas? No. That can be frustrating. That can be a little frustrating. I really want that center to just like be empty. Like solid, ideally. I don't think you're gonna get that from this, by the way. Just so you know, I don't think that's gonna. So you know what? I have another idea. I have an idea in addition to this. Let's put like a little cylinder in there, yeah? So I'm gonna add another mesh. We're modeling in Godot. And this one will give it good old cylinder vibes. And I'm going to shrink it down considerably. More than that. Let's bring this down as well. So it's like kind of inside, right? Yo-yo. Like maybe, and if I wanted to like really, like I often don't think about like artistically how it fits with the theme. So maybe I want to try and have it be like you're in a toy factory or like you're on the street. I don't know. I don't want to think about that too much. I don't know. I don't like thinking about the artistic side. Maybe I should think about that more, but I don't usually. Okay. So there's my yo-yo. And then oh, it's off center. Cool. No, it's fine. I'm just going to move everything out. Transform, reset it, come to these. What's the transform on these? Reset the position on that. reset the position on this. And then I'll just put them back in there. I don't know that I ever needed to remove them, but that is what I did. Okay. So now I have my yo-yo. I think the color could be better. Let's give it a better color. Ooh, it would be cool if they were different colors. I mean, it would be ideal, you know, if I sort of had, like, randomized, but that's too much. Okay, cool. Because they're kind of like fun colors. Yo-yos are like neon colors or something, so we'll give it like some excitement. Look, I might as well have a little fun once in a while, even though I'm usually just all about making the game. Okay. Yo-yo. Neat. Let's add a collision shape in there. I would like the collision shape to generally match what we have, but it's gonna get a little messy, potentially. So let's just, if I don't just use like a simple shape, so I'm just gonna add a collision shape and make a basic shape. We'll say a cylinder. I don't want it to feel like that unfair to the player or anything. So we'll make it a little on the smaller side in there. 0.2, okay. No, not radius, sorry. Radius we can leave like that. The height I want to bring down considerably. A little bit more than that. I don't want the player to be like, oh, that was, I can't believe I got hit. I even want to give the player a little wiggle room, you know? So it's like, hey, no, don't worry about it. It's okay. You got close enough. I can't even see it. I don't even, oh, there it is, kind of in there. Let's make it a little bigger than that. We don't want to be too all right, now, come on. My generosity has its limits. Okay. We could see how this feels and then adjust it as needed. Okay, so there's a yo-yo. I'm going to... Now, I guess with the yo-yo too, it would be kind of nice if I wanted to go, if I wanted to do even more. I could add like a rope on it, you know, just to really give it that yo-yo-iness. It's not gonna be like a rope. It's just gonna be a capsule mesh that's really long. That's what it's really gonna be. Let's bring that radius way down. Whoa, it's looking like a pendulum. Or like on a clock, like a big old clock. Okay, and then we're gonna make it really tall. That is very not tall. Okay. There we go. Whoa, it's so tall. Okay, it's fine. I like it. And then for the rope I feel like is usually like white. So this is good. All right, cool. Yo-yo. Now, if I wanted to move up and down, I'm gonna need to, you know, tell it to do that. It'd be nice if we could add, I'm gonna add a script in here, but it'd be nice if we could have some like, you know, some export variables to let me make some more difficult than others. But I'm just gonna start out, now I need to make sure I do some delta time calculation here. I won't forget, probably. We're gonna say position. Really, we should put a timer. That's what we should do. I'm gonna add a timer into here. Speaking of time, 43 minutes? Yeah, we can do that. I think we're all right. Every second? Yeah, sure, every second. Auto start, yes, please. I'm gonna make sure that timer is in my yo-yo. And then, let's say in the ready function, connect timer timeout 2 on timer timeout. We don't need to do this in the process. Well, I mean, if I do want it to be affected by delta, though. So I feel like I should be setting like a variable on, because I don't want the movement to be like faster or slower. I'm not sure exactly how I want to do that, if I'm being honest. I'd also like it to be gradual, but like move toward I don't think is gonna work here. I don't know. I'm actually a little unsure where I'm going at this point, but that's okay. Func, we'll get there. We'll get there. On timer timeout. And I'm gonna want it to say, we'll say, I mean, should it start as up or down? I don't know. It depends. Depends whether it's up or down already. So we'll just say swap. Swap equal, we'll say swap. Is it like, is that how we do a toggle? How do you, I forget how to do a toggle. I feel, have I done it before in this project? Yeah, so we just say the thing equals the same thing except with an exclamation point. That should be good enough. That should like work, right? So then I'm gonna create a variable called swap. And I'm actually gonna make this an export variable so I can, I don't know if I like this. It's fine. I have some concerns about this, but we'll be fine. Variable swap equals false. So it'll just be like a Boolean, and it's just gonna swap between it when the timer times out. And then when that timer times out, we're gonna say if swap, then, because it, you know, if I don't have it go gradually, it's just gonna snap. So I should probably like create like a tween, which I don't think I've done. Yeah, I haven't done in any of these. But I don't think a move toward. It works on a character body. Is a character body a static body or a rigid body? Godot character body 3D. I said ED 3D physics body 3D. Is that the same as a static body, though? That seems like a rigid body to me. Almost. On accident. Like, if I were to look up a static body 3D, that's physics body. Okay, yeah, so actually we might have move toward on here, which is good. That would be excellent. I would be very happy about that. So if I say position Y equals move toward, we want to say from, how does move toward work again? Remind me. It's probably from and to would be my guess. Basically what move toward is going to do, by the way, is it's going to gradually go from one value to another. Vector 2 returns a new vector toward 2 by the fixed delta amount. Why are there 3? Let me go to this and see where this is at. Okay, move toward float. From float to float. Okay, gotcha. It is from and to. Okay. From position Y to position Y plus 1 times delta? I don't know if I need to do delta. No idea. And then we want to say how fast. We'll just say 1 for now. Okay. Oh, I gotta save it. That seems important. Where are we at? 37 minutes? I'm a little scared, actually. I'm really taking my sweet time today. Okay, yo-yo. We're gonna call this yo-yo. And now that I've got that saved, I'm gonna set it to be my main scene. Pop up, yo-yo, main scene. Okay. I assume we have a camera. It's definitely not gonna work right. So I've done something wrong here. But let's just see where we're at. Oh, okay. I mean, it changed all right. It definitely changed. Hey, what's up, Henry? Welcome. Happy Friday to you. We made it to Friday. Does the timer need to be... It's not set as a one-shot. So I would think that in the process, it should be moving. I mean, the movement is not doing a move toward. It's not moving gradually at all. So the time is changing. And let me see what swap is here. True, false, true. So it is becoming true again. If I'm saying position Y +1, why wouldn't that change it again? And we already checked for tween. How do we normally do this? Wow, have I not done movement like this in any of these? I don't even believe that. Surely I've done some kind of smooth movement. Oh yeah, right now, yeah. But it's not working well. It's not working well at all. Right, so there is the spawned objects. There is the spawned objects. You know, let's do an animation. That's what we're gonna do. I mean, I still don't really understand why. Let's see. I mean, let me actually have this print here just to make sure. So if this is working, it should at least do that. Hey, Katie, welcome, 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 welcome. I hope you're doing great as well. Thanks for stopping in. Oh yeah, that's gonna print like all the time. Right. I did just realize that. Okay, so we'll just say we're not gonna worry about this for now. For now, we're gonna pass. I'm gonna create an animation because I'm sure I could figure this out, but you know, it's a game jam. We're just gonna do an animation player. I kind of would rather do the code thing, but it's game jam. Gotta hurry up. Gotta make it work. We're just gonna say movement. And the worst thing about this is just it's going to be a lot harder to dictate its like relative position. Maybe not. So we want to say that it starts... Well, first of all, is this really even like an obstacle for the player right now? I mean, it is if you can only move forward and backward. Something I'm thinking is maybe you can't move left and right, and you can only move forward and backward. Also, that is quite a giant collision area. What's going on with that collision area? That would be what's going on with that collision area. It's... Wait, what is that? Oh yeah, it's huge. Let's not use that, so we can actually bump into it. Oh! This collision is turned off. It's not? Oh, that's just an area. I see. Okay, so let me duplicate this collision and move that in there. That's the thing about using a template. Sometimes I leave stuff behind. Okay, cool. Nice. That bumps. That bumps. I feel like you do need to be able to move left and right. And you know what? I think the yo-yo needs to be a lot bigger. I think it should be larger, which is unfortunate. But it is what it is. So let's make this yo-yo considerably larger. By a lot. I'm going to increase this as well. We're going to say 0.8. 0.8. Just trying to get like some of these basic things sorted out. Oh, now I want the center to be a little more so we can see that middle portion. Okay. I almost want to make actually this a little longer as well. .3, 1.3. Okay, this should be considerably more of an obstacle now. And so the idea is that you don't want to be slowing down. Okay, so I do need to make the collision larger as well. That would be appropriate. So let's do that. Radius, a little bit larger here. I was gonna say until it just kind of disappears. It's a little harder to make it generous to the player on the sides. This one's got so much more roundness to it. That just might have to be okay. 2.2, 2.3. Let's try that. It's got a little bit of unfairness on the edges, but you know, at the same time, I don't think that's necessarily such a bad thing, because we're not trying to hurt the player here. You know what I mean? It's not about hurting the player. It's about the player losing time and not getting there as fast as possible. It's just about racing. Performance, my frame rate is not that good on this. I don't exactly know why, but it's true. Might want to look into that sooner than later. I don't know if that's... I'm just already noticing some performance struggle there. But maybe that's on my computer side. Let's go with that today. I mean, I haven't made like anything too complex here. Okay. I'm even gonna push this forward a little bit. And I feel like the rope should be moved as well. So I'm gonna adjust that and make it a little bigger. Cool, cool, cool. Now, if this is gonna move up and down, we wanna animate it. That's what we have decided. Animation is the way. I guess the other thing too is you can sneak right in that little like nook under there. Kind of defeats the purpose of it. I almost made it a little too big. Confuses the theme. How so? How so? The topic is yo-yo. You can interpret it however you like. You can have actual yo-yos be in there, or just like a yo-yo movement, which is more what I'm going for, like yo-yo. So maybe it's like a toy that isn't familiar to everybody, but yo-yo is a toy. And it's like a toy that you spin, like it's on a string. You grab it there and you like throw it down, and then it goes down and then it comes back up, and then that's it. That's the whole toy. You just throw it down and it comes back up. Oh, nice. A demonstration showing the downward movement of a yo-yo. Yeah. That's a yo-yo. And so you can also just have something that has yo-yo movement, which is pretty much what I'm doing. Something that moves down and then moves back up. Hope that helps. Also, welcome, Henry. Look up yo-yo sprite. That's not what that's not a game asset. What am I gonna do with that? Apparently that's a legendary yo-yo among them. Sad. It's just an advertisement. An effective one, I guess. Alright, I need to work on this. So I'm gonna say, for the movement, we're gonna keyframe this position that it's currently at. So I'm gonna hit a keyframe. Oh, I hit the reset. I was like, what are you doing? Okay, put that there. And then we're gonna move it up. It only has to go up enough at the... I feel like I made the yo-yo too big. I made the yo-yo too big. I don't like how big it is. I'm not happy about this because I need to hurry up, but like I really am not happy with how big it is. It's too big. Yeah! Oh yes, Katie believes in you, Henry. Words related to yo-yo be like bounce, rebound, rubber band. Nice, nice, Katie. Thank you. Good tips. I'm moving so slowly today, but you know, I feel like it's gonna be okay. I just feel like it's gonna be okay. Say maybe like that. Okay, then I'm gonna move the yo-yo down. And on the animation player, that's what I'm gonna set as the bottom position. Keyframe it. Or as the starting position. And then at the end, I'm gonna move it up and keyframe that. Okay. So there it goes up like that. Now if I wanted to go down, so actually I should rename this animation to move down. And we're gonna add another one, and this is gonna be move up, and I'm just gonna switch these keyframes around. That's it. And I mixed up their names. Let's just call it down, and then come to this one and call it up. Okay, so now I've got down and up animations. And on the yo-yo script, this is not going to be as easy to set up like difficulty, right? Like some move. That's kind of what I liked about the code. I could just do like different animations that are like shorter. I could also try to like speed up an animation. Maybe I'll do, what if I do up slow? Get this one. This is down slow, and we could add other ones too. All right. So I don't really care about the process anymore, honestly. I think we don't need that if I'm not worried about needing delta time. So we're gonna say on timer timeout instead of any kind of swap stuff. We're just gonna say well, it would be nice to set whether it's down or up. Yeah, I do kind of need to say whether it's down or up. So we're gonna say up at export variable down. This is I'm doing this in a weird way, right? On timer timeout. This is super weird. Just have one. You only need one. So let's start with down, right? We only need one, and we know that it's going to be true at the start, right? And we'll say that when the timer ends, down gets toggled. And it's also going to update the play or the animation. If not down, then take the animation player and play, move, or I think we're just calling it up. Is that how you do an animation player? Yeah. Alright. Let's just see if at least that works. So after a second, we should at least see it move up. Heck yeah. Oh, they're still like kind of big. I'm not super happy with how big it is, truth be told. Kind of just has to be okay. You know, I'd also like to be able to set the timer via an export variable. That would be how you adjust some of how it moves, but we can sort this out in a different way. Because, I mean, I could still do that. We could say, in the ready function, I could say at export variable time. You're not sure if you want to do 2D or 3D. You haven't started? Whoa. Bold. Bold. Well, you got 20 minutes. You might be able to pull something together. For the time, it's really just going to be an integer. We'll set it to 1 second here. Now, but here's the thing. It should be, right, so, right, if down, and then we want to say else. This isn't going to work like I think it is it? Down slow. This, by the way, also isn't that slow. Nice. Nice. I mean, it's moving up and down. It is moving up and down. There's some things I don't like about the visual. Also, I don't need score. So we're gonna hide the score. Oh, pre-submissions! Thank you for reminding me, Katie. I better do that. If you don't know what pre-submissions are, by the way, pre-submissions are a way that you can make sure, so I see 5 of you have already done it, is a way you can make sure that you can still update or even upload your game before or after the jam ends. Yo-Yo Avoider. It's my game. That's my game right now. So literally just name it, save and view page. Congratulations, you have pre-submitted. And now you've sort of saved your place. So if that timer ends and you haven't uploaded anything yet, you're gonna be all right because you can keep updating it. Oh man, there's so many things I need to think about. Like, I actually need some boundaries. Oh, right. So I wanted to turn off the score. We definitely want the timer. I don't know that I want it at the bottom, though. I kind of would like it somewhere else. So I'm going to grab the timer. Or the margin container for the bottom section. And I'm just going to change its position. Anchors preset center bottom. I want to say center top. So it's up at the top. Seems like it'll be better. It's a bit of a small window there. Not loving. I'm gonna pull the camera back a little bit. I still feel like my yo-yos are too big, but I know I have to let that go. I have to. Time is a ticking. You can't even see the string because it's covered up by the time. I mean, well, now I think the time should go at the bottom, actually. Let's put it back at the bottom. There, now you can at least appreciate that maybe it's a yo-yo. I think the lighting could be better as well. So I'm gonna adjust that. So the shadow isn't being cast in a way that unintentionally makes things harder. I will say, clipping through the yo-yo is pretty ugly. It actually makes me want to put it even higher. Now, it's really hard to see the player, also. Player is very hard to see. It makes me almost not want to do a person and make the player look like something else. Yeah, make the player an orb. Which also means I need to change... Oh, gosh. Camera. Let's pull the camera even further back. And I want it higher. I want to make the player mesh stand out a bit more. Oh, we got like a green background. Probably should do something that's quite a bit more different than green. And then we need to update the collision. So let's turn off this collision. I'm gonna make a new collision. And it's gonna be a sphere. Seems good enough. Make sure I haven't made any terrible mistakes. That is terrible. It's so hard to see against the background. Okay, let me adjust it while I'm looking at the background. I also kind of want like a gray ground, if I'm being honest, but whatever. Clearly, I am not visually the most skilled when it comes to making games, but that's okay. Cool. So you move around, that can slow us down. I will say they almost aren't in the way, so it's like either I need boundaries, like walls, or it's just forward and backward. I think we need to add boundaries. I need to really focus on level design. You know what I need too is a finish line. I need a finish line here. So I do have a pre-made finish line. 13 minutes, about 15 minutes. That's terrifying. It's actually very scary. It's already rotated. Okay. I mean, it was in the last jam I did, I rotated it. I didn't know that was... Did I rotate the instance? Oh, because it's in the light. Okay. It's like, I did rotate it in the last game jam entry. That's not what happened there. Okay. That brings me some comfort. Okay, so is that about as long as I want the level to be? It's pretty short. We need the timer to be counting up as well. The player also moves very slowly, which isn't exciting. 10? We must have a huge map. Edward's finished and has a super fun game. I love it. You weren't sure if you were gonna have an idea, and now you know you got a super fun game. I love it. These kind of look more like lollipops than yo-yos. I gotta say. I'm gonna move it back a little bit further. I need some walls in here. I have made walls before. So this should be ready to go, other than it needs to be the right length. But we need a very specific area that the player can play in. So that way... Oh man, I'm in a bit of danger. Okay. Okay. I'd almost like to make the area a little smaller. I'm definitely in a bit of danger, time-wise. I've been very slow today. I've just been chilling. It's nice to chill. You know, except for the whole game jam in an hour thing. Tends to serve me less. Okay. Fine, fine, good. This will do. Okay, so I'm gonna duplicate these down. It would be great if the snap fit that, but whatever. We're just not gonna worry too much about that. Duplicate the ever-living crap out of these. All the way down. Probably need to double check to make sure my finish line is working properly. We just made a lot of changes to like the collisions and stuff. So I think it would be good to just double check. Okay, finish line works. Good, good, good. And what do I want to think about next? We need to add more things in there. Oh, don't go backwards. Don't you go backwards now. That would be not good. That would be very not good. We can't have any of that. Scratches down? Oh no! Oh, I hope that gets resolved soon. Hopefully it just means that you have to go later or something, and not worse than that. Dang. Yeah, 'cause I know you're making your game in Scratch. I hope itch doesn't go down. Luckily that hasn't happened during a game jam yet, but I'm always afraid it could. Okay, so there we go. Good, good, good. I need to set out this level real fast. Oh, I need to also make the timer correct. So I want to say that the timer is for racing, and we want it to start at 0, and I want it to count up. So that way we get like a racing time. Why am I not moving? What? What? I can't move anymore. When did that break? Oh, I think because the game is ending. I think I have a setting that tells the game to be over if the timer is at 0. Uh-oh. End on 0. Ooh. Okay, so that works. I need to set up my yo-yos. I'm not gonna get to do different types of, oops. I'm not gonna get to do different types of yo-yos and stuff, unfortunately. I just don't have time. So, let's save this as a scene. Game aspects, yo-yo. And then I'm gonna duplicate this yo-yo. I'd like to increase the snap. Settings. Let's say like 2 at a time, maybe. Sure. So then we just put it. I wanted like different colors and stuff. Where are they? Oh. You guys know what I did? You guys know what I did? The mistake I made? I animated the whole thing to a certain position. What I need to have done... So for up, scratch his back. That's awesome. Let's go. I'm in a bit of a panic mode. S is not, because S is done. I need to keyframe the meshes. Let me add... That'll break some things if you do that. It would be really nice if I had a node 3. Actually, it won't. If you just move this stuff in here, everything should be... Oh, it's a static body. Dang it. Okay, fine. Never mind. No, that's still kind of useful, because then we can at least bundle all the meshes together, right? And so on the animation player, let me go to down, the down position, right? I want to say that the mesh transform position is right where it's at. This is down. Wait, so we want to say this goes from up to down. Oh, man. Oh, I'm in danger. I'm in big danger here. I want to say... And also, I need to fix the reset. We want to do up first. So it's because it starts in the down position. Starts in the down position. Goes to the up position. .7, we're gonna say. Keyframe that. And then we have to do the same thing for the collision. So collision transform wherever it's at, keyframe that. And then we want to bring it up to 2.7 and keyframe that, right? And for down slow, we want the same thing. I'm just going to remove down slow. And I'm going to duplicate this, and we're going to call it down slow. And we're going to switch the positions of these keyframes. A few minutes left, everybody. Okay. Hopefully this will be relative to the node's position. Alright. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now I did want them to potentially be starting in different places. So what if I uncheck down on this one? Kinda. I mean, it kinda works. It's a little glitchy at first, but, you know, it's fine. It'll do. Okay, so then I'm gonna duplicate all of these. And I can adjust their positions and stuff. Oh my goodness. Duplicate. I mean, ideally it would get more difficult at the end. Somehow. I don't really think I'm gonna have any time to play test and appreciate whether it got more difficult at the end. So obviously, this doesn't have a lot of variation here. It's just gonna be kind of the same thing over and over again. Whoa, it's kind of cool though. Whoa, it's kind of like a yo-yo bullet hell. Whoop, 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 whoop. All right, all right. I would prefer if there was a little more randomness in here. It does look like candy, I know. It's like lollipops. They're lollipops moving in a yo-yo motion. Now, if I uncheck down on both of these, will they both have down unchecked? Yes. Okay, cool. So that means I can sort of randomly click on these. And they will all have different downs. I hope. To add some variety in there. Yeah. Yeah, some of them are different. I think I would have preferred a little more variety. I think the centers, some of those being checked differently will help. Now, I do have a little more time than this timer says, so let me check in with the real timer. It's time to bring up the real timer. That's how you know we're in the crunch of it all. 3 minutes! Oh, I gave myself a lot of time. It does look like candy. It really does look like candy. I gave myself a lot of time. Cool. Wow. I really had a lot of pressure on myself there that I didn't necessarily need. Honestly, I think what would make it even more difficult is if you added more besides the pattern of 3s. That would probably increase that difficulty considerably. There's a lot of things that I wanted to add, things that I would do differently, but at some point, this has to be good enough. So this isn't a game that kills you. It's more just like an annoyance. Oh, I did set... right, I made a time variable, but it doesn't do anything. I could try to do that really quick. I don't really know how to do that, though. How do you do that? Timer... time left, that's not something you set. A method start. So wait, I'd have to set its start to be different, basically. Which means not necessarily in the ready function. Well, yeah, in the ready function. Yeah, just say, yeah, don't set it to auto start. Make the timer non-auto start. And in the ready function, say timer time, or rather, yeah, timer start time, like that. Alright, so this should be the same. Nothing should be different here. And then what I can do, even though I've got like absolutely no time to do it, is I can come in here and I can adjust some of these. Maybe we could make these a little faster. Why did it not accept my change? I said, oh, wait. Oh, because it's supposed to be an integer. Oh, jeez. We need to say 1.0. So that way it accepts a float. Very important. Okay, so that could be 0.5. So some of these can be like a little harder. It's not many. Okay, I'm gonna be a little late, but that's okay. 0.5. Some of them get more challenging, and that just has to be okay. Alright. Animation player speed scale set to random between 2 values. Whoa, that's awesome. I did not know you could do that. I have not used that before. That seems very useful. Noted. I'm gonna remember that for next time. That's a good tip. All right, let me export my game. It's gonna be a web version. I'm gonna create an export folder in my Yo-Yo project folder. Call it export. Now, I'm not worried. I did make a pre-submission. Time is up. If you guys haven't made a pre-submission, I do regret to tell you that you are too late. But there's always the community tab. You can always submit via the community tab. I want to export. That's from last time. Don't export that. Don't export that. We're not instancing anything, so I should be able to just choose the Yo-Yo folder to export. If I can find the Yo-Yo folder. There it is. Okay, export the project. And now I'm gonna head to itch. That was fast. That was uncomfortably fast. It shouldn't be that fast. Let's upload it. And we'll see how I did. We'll see how I did. I hope you guys all did good. I am going to be starting a second stream for checking out everyone's entries. I'm going to check out my entry in a second here. And then we'll check out all of yours after that. Okay, as we often do. Okay, so I need to upload the file. Let's go find it. Jam scenes. Yo-Yo. Export. Select it all. Compress it. Okay. There we go. Open it. Get the best time by avoiding the yo-yos. That's it. That's it. Screenshot would be nice. Testing it to make sure it works would also be nice. But let's just start with this. You gotta start somewhere. Okay. Uploading the screenshot, and then I will finally be ready to test it. I wish myself great luck. I'm a little nervous that something isn't gonna work right. But that's like always there. I'm gonna set it to be unlisted. Okay. Let's check it out. Oh. So I did forget to set it as an HTML game. Pretty important. So let's do that. Kind of project, HTML, and then I'm gonna say it's got shared array and full screen. Okay. I'm almost ready for real now. We'll see. I'll let that load. Meanwhile, I'm gonna hide this from my itch profile, because, you know. Okay. Let's run it. Did I make a game? Does it work? Is it a yo-yo game? I don't know. I'm nervous. Yo-yo was the topic. My best is what I did. Oh, I see a game. All right, let me spend some time checking out my game. Put a timer up here. Let's see what we got. Baby. Oh, yeah. That's a game. Baby. Oh, oh, oh no. Godot physics for the win. So, you know what? It's not a bug. It's a feature. Oh, man. You know, my intention was that this was a game that you can't die in. You just are gonna be slow or not. All right, there we go. My first time. But apparently, I underestimated Godot physics engine. Um, Godot physics engine was like, no, 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 no. There will be death. So if one of the fast yo-yos smacks you, it's gonna just thrust you through the ground and you die. So there's that. I got Godot physics slammed. Yeah, exactly, exactly. All right, let me screenshot my time here. Let me screenshot my time. Also, I should do it with the finish line in there. We have a little tradition where we screenshot our high scores. I'd appreciate it if you did it on my game. The linker is in the description box if you want to check out this game. And you can check out everyone else's games. I'm going to be playing everyone else's games in a separate video. After I'm done checking out mine, I'm going to check out all of yours as well. This live stream will end and we'll start another one. So yeah, go check that out if you're interested. Otherwise, yeah, stay right here and we'll be doing that in a second. All right, let me see. Let me see if I can do this. Yes, we're stealing Bethesda's catchphrase. I mean, you know, it's just the right thing to do. So the idea for the game, my intention for this game, was that you... Oh, that was not a good run. My intention for this game was that you have to avoid all the yo-yoing obstacles to get the best possible time. Oh, is that better or worse? I don't know. I'm going to screenshot it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You know, I wanted, like, more obstacles that did different things. Oh, see how I just bumped it a little bit? So that's just gonna, like, shave my time up. Wait, add a little onto my time? I guess it's really all about just, like refining it. So you just get, like, just the right amount of speed. No obstacles. I will say... Uh-oh. Hmm. Turns out my game might be a bit, too easy. Um, so, so you can just, line yourself up right there and cruise on. Oh, I bumped. So something, if I had had more time, something I would have done is make sure that if I had had time to playtest, I would have made sure that they cross each other, so you have to move out of the way. This is why it's important to budget playtesting whenever you are making a game jam game, because look at that. This has now become how quickly. This has now become how quickly can you get in between the right row and then just like blast on through. That's what my game has become. So, oops. Yeah, so maybe I'll make some edits to it later. By the time you see this, if you're watching it after the live stream, let's say I've updated it, and now it's harder to play, so hopefully it'll be a little bit more fun. But for now, how quickly can you line up with the right row and get through? So I'm really proud of myself because I kind of took it easy this time. I didn't like stress myself out too much. I just kind of like laid back, you know, had the idea. Yes, at least I remembered Delta time. Well, yeah, I remembered to avoid Delta time being a problem. I'm gonna just... It is fun looking. It is fun looking. And look, like I said, I will fix it. I will fix it. This is my playtest is the live jam playthrough. But yeah, I'm really proud of myself because I took it easy and I didn't stress too much, even though a little bit of stress might have helped, because then I would have, you know, maybe caught the playtest if I had given myself a little more time. But you know, I got this object that is collidable, that moves up and down, and that I can duplicate and give different settings. Like some of them, you know, go one, you know, some of them are starting down, some of them are starting up. You collide with them. You can see the player pretty well, even though the camera kind of gets in the way. I kind of like that it gets in the way. And yeah, I think overall, I'm really proud of myself. Everything works. It just works, to go with the Bethesda-ness of it. No. No, it's not bad. I just need to fix that little issue of just being able to run through the row. But really, I feel pretty good about it. Yeah, it's scrumptious. Even the edge. You can just go to the boundary on the far edge. I wouldn't say I did much math here, Ariaki. I wouldn't say I did much math. But I think what I'm going to take away from this jam is that it's important to budget as much time as possible for playtesting. Budget time for playtesting. That is going to be the lesson. because it's really easy to just think, okay, if I just pump it out, get it done, that'll be good enough. But if I don't actually find out what could happen during it, I might be in danger. All right, so that's it. That's my entry. I did my best. Thank you for coming and checking this out. I appreciate you seeing my attempt to do this. I do this every single Friday. Right here on Hyper Game Dev. So if you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you will consider subscribing, so that way you'll know when I do these game jams. If you're watching this live with me right now, don't panic. This is the first time we're doing this. I'm splitting this up into 2 separate streams. So we're gonna end this stream and I'm gonna start another one right after it. The link is in the description box. Don't worry, we're gonna check out everyone's entries, not just mine. If you wanna see that and you're watching it after the live stream, I'll make sure you can easily do that. If you wanna stick around and check out some more of my game jam attempts, you can tap or click in the bottom left to see the last one that I did. Tap or click in the bottom right to see the next one. And if you wanna see everyone's entries to the yo-yo jam, tap or click right there. All right, I'll see you there.